Yo, what's going on, Twintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the school classmates in Pokémon Super Mystery Dungeon. Now, we got a few details about these in the last batch of information. Haven't really had a chance to talk about them in too much. I briefly mentioned them, but I'm going to go into more detail about every single classmate. Now, before I begin the video, I just want to mention I'm going to be very busy next week. I'm working 37 hours at work, which might mean I'm not going to be able to upload videos, but the plan is I'm going to be stockpiling videos the next couple of days, so Mystery Dungeon videos are going to be out every 2 days instead of every day. So, if there's a bit of a break between videos, that's why. So I'm making videos so I can actually upload next week when I actually, can't make videos. But anyway, let's get into the video, guys. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Pancham. Now, if you guys haven't seen any demos or trailers about Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, basically Pancham is the bully of the school, and it kind of fits that kind of role, I'd say. You'd always expect a bully Pokemon to be either fighting or dark type, and Pancham's a fighting type, so yeah, I wasn't surprised when they said Pancham's going to be the bully. Now I'm going to tell you a few things about Pancham, and then we'll move on to the next Pokemon. So basically, like I said, he's a main bully of the school, and he's actually got a kind of partner in crime. This Pokemon, Shelmet, is his partner, I guess, but Shelmet's more the follower. He's more of looking up to Pancham, I'd say. And they both bully Goomy, which, makes me sad because I absolutely love Goomies. I think most people do, so yeah, I'm not going to be too happy to see Pancham when I first get the game. But unlike Goomy, who's a badass and really brave, Pancham's actually too scared to go into the first dungeon, which is Foreboding Forest, if you guys didn't know. And as we can see from the demo, they sent Goomy in, yet they wouldn't go in after him because they were too scared. And that actually shows that, Pancham, yeah, I know he's a child and all, but he is still quite immature. He's not as brave as what he thinks he is, and I think he's going to be a very interesting character to see how he develops in the storyline. I think he's definitely going to have the most character development out of all these classmates, but who knows, guys. Honestly, I'm just judging on what I can see so far. But anyway, let's move on to Shelmet. Like I said, he's also a fellow bully, kind of looks up to Pancham. He's like his henchman, I think, and he helps Pancham come up with ideas for bullying Goomy and basically everyone else. I say bullying, it's kind of teasing as well. It's nothing too serious by the looks of it, but it's still, not nice, obviously, to send off Goomy. Yeah, Shelmet and Pancham, not the nicest Pokemon you're ever going to meet. So hopefully, like I said, I think they're going to change a bit. I think they're going to come around. I don't think they're going to be the next Team Skull, like a lot of you guys have said. Well, a few of you guys have said that. Personally, I don't see that happening because we've seen footage of Pancham going around a dungeon with your partner, because I actually don't think that's you, the Piplup, because they advertise Pikachu as the main Pokemon and Piplup as his partner, or her partner. So, honestly, again, I'm not sure if you'll be able to play as your partner, but that'll be very interesting. But yeah, we've seen Pancham in a dungeon is what my main point was, and honestly, I don't think, Pancham's going to team up with a couple of Pokemon and make, an enemy team. But we'll see. I'm not ruling it out completely, it's just my opinion. Anyway, let's move on to Deerling. Now, Deerling is basically the most popular Pokemon in class. They kind of treat her as an idol, I guess, and despite her cute appearance though, she's actually really blunt. And what I mean by that is that she'll say anything that comes to mind regardless of the consequences. She don't really think about that, she just says it without thinking. Again, that's going to be pretty interesting to see what they mean by that. I think Deerling, she has a good moral compass because she did want, Goomy to be saved, and she seems to be like a decent Pokemon, so yeah, that's pretty good to see. Next on we move to my main man, Goomy. Now, Goomy is actually the youngest Pokemon in the class. Don't know the age differences, probably like a year younger or so. And he is a very timid Pokemon and quite shy, and you'd expect that from like a younger Pokemon, to be honest. Now, out of all the other Pokemon, Goomy is actually bullied and teased the most out of Pancham and Shelmet, which, it makes me sad because, like I said, Goomy is awesome. And, why would you bully the youngest? You're a bit sad to pick on the weakest Pokemon. But what I like about Goomy, and I think you guys do as well, is that he's really brave and he, has a really good heart. He goes into Foreboding Forest, finishes the mission, but yeah, he's too scared to come out, and to be fair, I'd be pretty scared of that forest too. It doesn't look like the nicest place in the world. I mean, I wouldn't want to go on a holiday there, I'd definitely not. But, he does get rescued, and, he did have the guts to enter there in the first place, which Pancham and Shelmet didn't. So, fair play to Goomy. Definitely looking forward to seeing him. I want him on my team from day one, definitely. Now, moving on to the last classmate, and possibly the most interesting one, is Esper. Now, Esper is the most intelligent student in the class, which again doesn't really surprise me. It's a psychic type, so we'd expect that. And according to the translations, they say he or she is a cool, honest student. Don't really know what they mean by that. I'm guessing honest student, smartest in the class. I mean, by the sounds of it, Esper sounds really cool. Apparently it's a mature type, classmates rely on it because of that, and it has special powers such as it can hold conversations using telepathy. That's going to be really interesting. I do think Esper is going to help you somehow in your mission, eventually. Who knows, guys? Really looking forward to meeting all these people, because like I said, Pancham I think will have a lot of character development from being, you know, an asshole at the start to maybe someone who supports you and helps you out. Same with Shelmet, just because they're kind of a follower. Dealing is going to be interesting just because she's quite blunt. I definitely want to see what she has to say about, well, anyone, to be honest. Especially Pancham though, because we know Pancham's not the nicest Pokemon, and you know Dealing's going to definitely have something to say about him. Goomy is the youngest, but I do believe Goomy has the most potential, and I think that's been shown off. But you know, just because it went into one dungeon doesn't mean it's going to go into quite a few. You never know if Goomy's not going to be actually ready to go into dungeons, kind of like how Caterpie wasn't in Blue and Red Rescue Team. I feel like there's a few similarities between those two. And Esper is definitely interesting. I do believe Esper is definitely mature and smart enough to hold itself together in a dungeon. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these classmates. Now the comment question of the day, guys: which Pokemon are you most looking forward to meeting in the game? You know, which one do you want on your team? Any of that. Definitely comment down below if you have a particular one. If you have quite a few or all of them, again, comment down below. I definitely want to hear what you have to say. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you haven't seen our two previous videos, they're going to be on screen now. On the left is details about the Margin Lamp from Pokémon Super Mystery Dungeon. Basically, this is where Hooper comes from in the game and can actually help summon legendaries for you. But there is a twist to this, so if you are interested, definitely check this video out. And on the right hand side is a theory video about more 6th generation Pokemon being introduced in the next Pokemon game. It's very out there, but you guys really enjoyed this video, surprisingly. So if I do get any more theories, I'll definitely post videos on them. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you on our next video.